name is Tanner, and I am a computer science major at Cal State East Bay out here in the Silicon Valley. Um, my degree is focused on full stack engineering, and I have a passion and love for building both front end, back end, and full stack web applications. um, so today I just wanted to demonstrate an application I just finished as of yesterday before this video is recorded. It is called TaskManage. Um, when you're learning how to do different technologies and learning different things like front-end development or iOS development or C++ in an intro comp sci class, you have to learn the basics and you often do like a little project that teaches you those fundamentals. So I wanted to basically learn how to do a to-do list early on when I was taking a web development class at school, and I extended upon that knowledge and was able to build this application. So the point of this application is to allow users to curate tasks and accomplish them at their own pace. What this basically means is you can add tasks to a list of tasks on your account, and you could basically mark them as complete, delete them completely, and you could also open them with just the second point. You could open a task to edit it, and it'll open up a fully integrated rich text editor, which allows you to use styling like bullets and headings, indentation, quotes, to add basically more custom information to a task. And of course, we have full encryption, login, register routes. So let's go ahead and just get started on a couple things here. I'm going to go ahead and log in with my account to demonstrate just kind of a few things. Well, there is validation, so if I do this, it'll say please enter all fields. This is coming from the back end. Now hopefully I remember my password, but let's go ahead and log in here. Looks like I did. We all know how that goes. Yeah, so before the tutorial, I deleted all the tasks just to clean this up. But as you can see, we have a legend here that basically explains what each of the icons on your task will do once they're created. You have the ability, of course, to edit the task, mark as complete, and delete completely. And you also have a profile page, which basically allows you to update your profile, your name or email. This is pretty cool. I'm using Redux for app level state, so this will update in real time. So if I do this, the state of the application on the front end will change. And also that request from this button press is sent to the back end and updates the database with this name. And this little feature here is the coolest to me. Right now it's empty, of course, because we don't have a task, but this will actually show each of your tasks that are currently open, and open basically means that they're not deleted. And it will actually show the rendered out, basically the rendered out task, how you had last written it. And so let's go ahead and go back to add a task. I could demonstrate this. Let's just call this go get gas, because I actually need to go do that. As you can see, it populates the task list now with this title. Now you might be wondering, like, hey, maybe I completed this, but this is something I obviously need to do every week, every 2 weeks. Let's just go ahead and mark it as complete. This is fairly simple. It's just using a basic state change if it's clicked or not, and then it updates the styling. But the coolest part of this application is the rich text editor. So if I want to edit this, a modal will pop up and it gives me the option to put headings, block quotes, unordered list, ordered list, and to bold, italic, underline, and put monospacing. So let me write you guys a little message here. Let's go, hello there. And then I can get rid of the H1 and I can make an ordered list. I can say, get in the car, drive to Valero gas station, fill up the tank, come home and code. Now notice I could also just write a bunch of gibberish here. Obviously, it could be anything you wanted. Notice there's formatting. this is saved as a heading, this is a list, this is just text. Another cool thing is the modal will follow your edits as you go. I find this really cool, but let's just get rid of that so it looks better on the screen for us. So you might be wondering, like, we're just typing in text, and the library I'm using is DraftJS to render out this text editor and keep state and things like that. But you might be wondering, well, does this save between sessions? Well, yeah, it does. If we open this, it has exactly the same exact design and everything you last used. And if you go to your profile, it shows exactly how you rendered it. I find this really cool. And then if I go ahead and delete it, I could go back to the profile and it's gone. So that's basically the whole application. Um, the way I'm basically saving your custom tasks and how the data is saved is in MongoDB. And what I had to do was I had to take the input that you had basically given in the editor. And the cool thing is the DraftJS library will actually keep state on what elements you used behind the scenes and the formatting and the spacing of your text. And what you can do is you can basically parse that into HTML because behind the scenes, H1, H2, H3, H4 are just HTML tags in reality. And I sanitize that on the back end to clean it and get rid of any possibly malicious scripts, CSS, things like that. And then I send it to the database as a string. And it's just a basic, simple string. The cool thing about that, though, is when I go back to this page and see the tasks, it actually will then get brought back into the UI and parsed from HTML back into DraftJS readable rich text editing format. And so I find that really cool. Um, but this is basically the application. A few more things I need to do to it are outlined here on my GitHub. Let me go ahead and just go to the repository for this project really quick. Let's see, Mern and TaskManage, and then there's a README right here. And it kind of just lays out a few things about the project. And since I deleted the last video I had and I'm remaking this one, I just need to update this. But basically what I'm planning to add next is the, oh, and I'll also link this in the description, by the way, but what I'm basically planning to add next is mobile responsiveness, because as you can probably see, some of this is using Bootstrap, which is good, so it will be responsive for like the input. This profile is responsive. However, this container is not responsive because I used some custom CSS and didn't get to making it more responsive on a small screen. And also the modal that pops up when you add a task was having a little bit of issues rendering, so I'm going to have to update the CSS for that as well. But besides that, I'm also adding the ability to toggle light and dark mode later, and also priorities to the tasks. So have a priority of when you want to get it done, and then there'll be updates on the screen that show like this urgently needs to be done, this is a week away, integrating dates and things like that. But with spring semester coming up, I don't really have too much time to get to that right now, but that is the next step. And of course, their GitHub link will be in the description. So if you want to leave a comment below and ask about maybe contributing to this, I'd love for that to happen. As you can see, this is actually a pretty cool little impressive project. I love the idea of having a text editor and persisting data and using state. I find this application really cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, and please leave comments below. This is my first ever video, so let me know how I can do better presenting the information, video quality, what you think about the project, and check out my socials. I'll link them all in the bottom. And yeah, go ahead and enjoy your day. And I'm posting this the day before New Year's Eve, so enjoy your holidays. All right, bye.